Grand final time! Celeb Gaming against Last Minute Sweep, everybody! Let's go! Yeah, Celeb Gaming making it through the winner bracket into the grand final, so they had a little bit of time to chill and actually watch those loser bracket matches. They had a lot of time and their hands to just analyze the style a little bit of their potential opponents, talk about the draft, and they also have the advantage heading into this best of 5 that they were able to pick the map and also have first pick in the first draft. That's the small winner bracket advantage that you have out of this. On the left side, Vespertine on Urel, Leon Black on Arthurs, Mokka on Reyna, we have Habi on Stukov, and Tiger JK on Maiev. And over to the right side of the map, Last Minute Sweep after their 3-0 victory. Going in with Farts on Greymane, Kerrigan by Flyers Draven, Carbon on Medivh, Nintori on Sonya, and Destructible on Lucio. A pretty sweet setup actually, I like it, very aggressive. Interesting to not really see a main tank. I guess Sonya in this case acts as the main tank as the game continues. It's a little bit weird, to be absolutely honest with you. I would have much more preferred them to take an actual tank or at least Blaze for a main tank role and then add Kerrigan to the mix. But it is quite aggressive and it will give them a lot of damage here. So if it works out or not, that's of course a completely different question. Depends a lot on Medivh. He's usually the linchpin in all of this. But time will tell. For now, this is game number 1. It is a best of 5 series, as I already mentioned, and is the last one. Whoever wins this is going to crown himself the champion of Division S Season 2 in North America. The Arthur setup on the other side for Leon Black is going to help against Greymane for sure. Mokka with his Reyna went straight into the ace in the hole as his level 1 talent choice. Already the first camp taken. Red team is trying to do the same thing on the right side now in an attempt to take this on. Off we go. Not able to grab it, but down here, Destructible. Maiev comes in, gets the tether, and, well, Vespertine. Bit too late to control the portal here. But they are already aggressively jumping around here. And Vespertine, yeah, he's just doing his URL thing again. Whereas Habi is pretty much married to Stukov these days, I feel. That could be a potential kill though. They were trying to come in with Carbon from the side, but Sonya has been at the top lane the entire time, so for now they actually have a slight lead in experience that they could start to use. It's a small one, but again, it's there. Level 4 abilities are going to come in a moment. And by the way, the first objective spawns bot side, which means that the Shaman camps are going to be highly important for both of the teams, so they're likely going to be taken soon TM. And with level 4, also have Kerrigan going straight into Ravage as usual. Portal talent still taken. Sonya already working on the Shaman camp, as we pretty much expected here. On the left side, Lucio is just lulling around a little bit. Destructible, double checking what's happening. Okay. Nice juke. If Leon Black locks that in, then he has a problem. But yeah, was well done by Lucio. Okay, at least gets the death coil to the face. Fortunately for him, there's no Lich around. I think at this point a level 2 Nova would have been a bit of a problem. I mean, it's not only about the damage, but also if you have the Nova connect, and of course you slow him down too, and if then the Death Knight comes in with another quick coil, there's just too much damage at some point. So yeah, when undeads just move in with the coil Nova nuking, then you are in trouble. Lucio or no Lucio. Anyways, back to heroes for a second. Attempt at a combo from Flyers Draven at the bottom. So far not working out. But now that the first one is up, Sonya is still sitting topside, so the red team is just trying to delay. Red team is apparently not even trying to go for this. And it would make a little bit of sense, because if you're really playing with Sonya as your main tank, so to say, you want to head into the late game a little bit before you really fight these fights, since she just doesn't have the early game survivability. Once that she has a few more talents that she can pick up, it's going to be much more impactful to have her at the front line. Now with 33 stacks here, blue team is going to take the first. But the question still remains, how much can the blue team get out of this? Because giving up those early game punishers doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the world, but it is risky. So we'll see how they play it out. Okay, there's the vision granted. Jump over is already in. Top lane has of course lost a couple of structures, and the blue team is trying to respond in kind now. But with Greymane they can easily take this down. So the walls get destroyed. It's not really a big deal just yet. Top side, wall has also been eliminated, so they're still ending this on even terms. And that's pretty much what the red team wanted to achieve. Last minute sweep wanted to do exactly this. Delay the big fights into the late game. Make sure that you have Sonya with more talent so that she has more survivability and can act at the front. Is already playing around with a spin to win build. Kerrigan in this case has fallen and is therefore also the first victim in this. So first blood has been secured. On the top side, Sonya still playing it out against Tori here. But the one-on-one lane shouldn't really be a big problem for either one of these two. Quest is completed pretty early, by the way, so good job by Medivh. Carbon with 4 minutes and 50 completing the baseline quest. That is actually pretty solid here. So that's actually great for him. Can also now sigh, I mean, he can sigh a sigh of relief at this point because there's no risk of him losing those stacks any longer. So quest is completed. Therefore he can play a bit more aggressive, can save other heroes if he feels like it. Down at the bottom of the map they're already pressuring Maiev a little bit, but not enough. And Kerrigan dies again. Kerrigan, guys, dies for the second time. This is not quite Nick level what we're seeing here. Nick on his Kerrigan is absolutely terrifying, gets banned out regularly for good reason, but so far we haven't really seen the same amount of pressure in this game. Level 10 is really any second going to be ready for the blue team. If they go into Hyperion with Jimmy, they could even try to push this with the next wave. We'll see what they go for. Hyperion or Banshee, we've seen both. There's the Hyperion is. Also, slap for Stukov. The cage is in. There's the tether already against Lucio, but the lockdown with the Howling Blast does not connect. And any second now the red team will have their own level 10 abilities, so the small advantage that we saw for Celeb Gaming couldn't really be exploited by them. Camps at the bottom of the map are about to be taken. Kerrigan with Maelstrom. On the European side it's Ultralisk that we see on level 10 continuously. That extra stun proving to be quite handy. But in this case it's a different setup. Also Polybomb, no ley line for Medivh. In addition to that, the Wrath of the Berserker, as you would expect, with the main tank Sonya. That's what we can really call her. Feels like a bit of a weird one. Okay, they're trying for the kill, and this time they get it! Yeah, Mokka goes down, and they're looking for more. They might get Tiger JK, but in comes Stukov, slaps them away. Good job by Hebi, saving the ass of Maiev as she heads back to the Nexus to heal up. Of course, death timers are still fairly low, so Jimmy is going to be back for the fight, but the early lead will go to last minute sweep. No doubt about it. They're moving in exactly for that as we speak now. Lucio's trying to also slow down rotations. Medivh is providing some vision. And now that Jimmy is back, they're going to try and make their play right here. Jumping in, trying to check it out, and off we go. Bullet is already out as Stukov is trying to get some initial damage in. Combo against Jimmy, but so far Kerrigan seems to be the one in trouble. Polybomb on the other hand gets actually some serious value here, and Kerrigan is able to move out with the help of the portal that was set up for her. Big cage and tether. Tiger JK vaults out, but they can't get the kill. Hyperion zones them off though. And again, Kerrigan in the back. Flies Draven. Yeah, not so fly in this one. Was trying to go for Stukov, but Tiger JK... sorry, for Maiev. But Tiger JK was paying attention and did not overextend by any means. Vespertine, low, and... wow, gets out. Damn, son. Stukov again, saving them here. Slapping away the entire time. Bam, bam, bam. One time after another. 32 against 29. The fight's still going strong. Kerrigan is coming back to business, but the Frozen Punisher is claimed by last minute sweep right here. So off we go, starting to go for the jump. Yeah, vision is in. Vault of the Wardens protecting all of this, but nicely done. I mean, it's 3 kills against 1 against last minute sweep, but them locking in Punisher number 2, that actually matters. Especially, of course, since the longer this game goes, the better for Sonya. She's going to become more and more tanky, and that will help her a lot. Doesn't mean that they can't win fights. It's not like the late game is a guaranteed victory for the red team, so last minute sweep can't really rely on that, but it's definitely going to make their combo a little bit more viable or strong here. So, yeah. Bottom of the map still push up to the top. Sonya doing her thing. Over here, Medivh is checking everything out. 13 talents any moment now for both teams. And there we have it. Chrysalis, of course, for Karrigan. Also, viral reaction for Stukov. More lockdown that they now have. Yeah, already trying it and he gets it against Greymane. But there's, of course, still the portal of Medivh. Medivh always the X factor. Every single time you have him in the game, he's the one to watch out for. Good shield, a good portal. Can either save a teammate or kill an opponent. And they're throwing the bullet out again. So we have the fights still raging on right here. Getting a bit more done. Sonya is now jumping in too. Lockdown against Greymane again. There's the tether. And the polybomb. Doesn't get as much value as in the last battle. But let's not forget that it was a 4 versus 5 up to this point where Ural is also starting to join. They try to go for Carbon apparently. But a good boot from Lucio pulls them back. But there's the tether as they're trying to go back in. Greymane might be in trouble here. Karrigan is also isolated. Maelstrom, she is able to get out with the portal. But Medivh gets wrecked. Medivh is down and there's still a lot of damage that gets dished out here. And with the minion wave moving into the fort range, there's no threat from the fort itself. Sonya is dead. Greymane is annihilated. Chrysalis is not going to do anything here for her. Delays it, but the kill still comes. And that's 4 heroes eliminated and a fort destroyed. Big victory. Big victory now for Celeb Gaming. It was a huge fight for them. A massive lead in experience now, level ahead, even a little bit more than that, and they can rotate to the top, can even work on the wall. If they take down the fountain, that means the next objective is easier to claim for Celeb Gaming, because they still hold on to fort and fountain. Vespertine is the one soaking the damage, fountain is destroyed, that's all that they wanted here. Prepare for the next objective. It's honestly something that teams now do a bit more often, especially after Volskaya Foundry has entered the map pool, where this is just standard practice. Normally you don't get an opportunity like this here, but that was of course immediately what they saw as a chance to get ahead for objective number 3. And now that we have the camps also taken, you can already tell that experience will play a huge role here too. Since level 16 is absolutely realistic. I mean, it's not only realistic, it is inevitable at this point. Level 16 talents will be ready for Celeb Gaming for the next objective. I would honestly be shocked if last minute Sweep would move in and try and fight for it. I would be shocked. If anything, I think they're going to set up at the bot lane and try to take the bot forward, or maybe the one in the middle. Push somewhere else on the map. And that's actually why I like this push up here at the top, so it forces a reaction. Either you defend or you try to trade. And it seems like they're going to try and trade at the bottom of the map. Farts is moving in already, but it's also a smart decision made by the blue team. So they're both just trading forts here, and this is of course going to empower the next Punisher push a little bit more, because it means that the Punisher is going to move towards the keep directly. And the red team has to move back right now. I mean, they're half-stoning already. Only Sonya is still there, because they can't lose the entire wall before the Punisher even moves in. So that's tricky. Now, Sonya is trying to do the same thing at the bottom of the map, but the catapult that already spawned here could be a bit of an issue. Again, 16 versus 16 now, so it actually gave them enough experience to draw even. But since they're still so far behind on this, I don't really think we're going to see any kind of play from them for it. 33 points already. You're not going to win a fight up here. It's just not happening. You have to go for the defense. Maybe, yes, push the mid lane a little bit. Yeah, they're trying to go for the camp too. I like that. It's a good strat, but still they are also looking at the timer here, because they will now need more time to get back, and that time is used by Celeb Gaming to break the wall, and, well, is prepping for this Punisher push even more than we've seen previously. This is dangerous. It's 16 versus 16, but it's dangerous. They go for Karrigan. There's the silence, the lockdown. Oh my god, the sound barrier. Chrysalis is keeping her in, and the portal saves her. But I don't think anybody is going to save this keep. This keep is going to fall, and that's all that at the end of the day Celeb Gaming wanted to do. They would love to do a little bit more. If they can get a kill, that's definitely possible. Flyer's Draven is flying away pretty quickly, and has to, because that could become dicey. Pushing it away from the core, that matters, but that means that the keep in the mid lane has now also taken a bit more damage. Actually lost like 10-15% HP. Yeah, lockdown. Oh, and the tether, the cage, the silence, the kill. Greymane dead. Karrigan eliminated. That's 2 heroes down. Do they go for more? Do they try and go for core here? Do they think this is the chance, the opportunity that they've been waiting for? Or do they maybe even just focus somewhere else? Nah, they let it slide. Still a level ahead. 14 minutes in. Big lead. Vespertine, no fucks given. Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down. Had the R button still ready, nearly kills Medivh here. Medivh is just like, I'm a bird! Get away from me! So yeah. But holy hell. Alright, there's of course rotational value now. By the way, Fort mid lane has been destroyed by the camp. So at least that's something that the red team got. Still a level behind, 9 kills against 1. Not a comfortable position for them at all. Can take the fountain now. Some vision, yes, they provide a little bit. It's taking some damage in, but vision is already lost quickly. Next objective will be really touchy. With level 20, a Storm Talent advantage would very likely give it over to Celeb Gaming again. Now it's a bot lane Punisher that we're talking about, which I guess is pretty decent for the blue team. Mid lane would have been more of a problem, since in the mid lane they haven't taken down the fort yet, so that can of course still happen in a time frame. But still. On the 13, by the way, the debilitating rounds over here. Okay. Red team tries to force the fights before level 20 is an issue. Karrigan is in trouble though. Here comes the shield again. Mokka alive. Tiger JK low, tries to get away. Portal is used, uses the cage. And Jimmy is dead already. Now we're talking. Last minute sweep. With the aggression is trying to go for the kills here. Up at the top, they're trying to go for Stukov. Heibi goes down and Greymane survives. Okay, now we're talking here. 2 kills for the red team. Nicely done. Last minute sweep. Definitely trying to sweep this last minute. Getting the kills secured. There's only kill number 2, number 3 for them. There's always the chance of them falling even a little bit farther behind here if they don't lock those in. And now they're on even talents, or they will be. They're still behind in experience, but just the smallest of margins. But it will be even talents for sure for the next objective. Unless, of course, we see another fight now with a different outcome, but I don't really think so. Bottom Shrine is about to be activated. Still that slight lead here for the blue team. They might have an early advantage, but okay. Camps are not taken. Again, red team has already taken the one on the left side, so they stole it away. Now they're claiming this over here. Shrine activating in 12 seconds. The rest of the team is moving in towards the bottom of the map. This fight could decide the outcome of the game. And everybody wants the Storm Talent first. Get that early 20. Bit of a damage output check, by the way. 46,000 for Jimmy, 48,000 for Medivh. Top damage dealer for his team. I mean, he is at this point, next to Greymane, the only other range. 36,000 on Greymane. And here we go. Fight is coming through. Top camp is pushing, which means the fort will eventually be under pressure. But the team fight could decide it all. Level 20. There it is for the blue team. They have their Storm Talent already, and there it is also for last minute sweep. And off we go. Bowl of the Storm for Karrigan. Here's the Hyperion, upgraded as well. Heibi low, but he survives. Oh, just for a second. There's the portal into the backline. The kill against Stukov. They go for Tiger JK. He wants to go for Medivh, doesn't get him. Finally the drop as Urel jumps in, but the problem is it's still a 2-for-1 trade. 2-for-1 trade. Top fort about to fall. This one is going to get eliminated. And the red team just claimed the Arcane Punisher at the bottom of the map. Comeback. Possible. For sure. They could get the keep here. They could get more. Depends on if they can lock in another kill and stagger it. 10 kills against 5. 10 kills against 5. 4 heroes pushing against 3. Bot keep is gone. 100%. This one will fall. There is no doubt about it. They can bait it into the middle as much as they want. Can they get the kill? Leon is down. Leon is dead. This might be more than keep. They got Greymane. They got Greymane in the mix, and they have Sonya. Both of them great against the structures here. 50 seconds for Arthas to come back. And they are starting on the damage already. 5 seconds for Jimmy. Jimmy isn't here yet either. Core is getting attacked as we're speaking. Heibi trying to buy a little bit more time for the team. Can't blame him for that. Trying his best. Greymane trying to get onto the core, but he gets taken down. Greymane is eliminated. The problem is the core is falling. It's falling fast. No way, Sergey. This is it. 11 kills against 6, but despite being behind in kills, last minute sweep, they take the victory and the lead in this best of 5 series at the grand final. GG. Well played. Game number 2. Last minute sweep, definitely true to the name. Sweeping across the map on Infernal Shrines for a late game victory against Celeb Gaming. Now we're in map number 2. Tomb of the Spider Garden. Okay, so... Tomb of the Garden Curse, Tomb of the Spider Curse, whatever. So, yeah, a little bit of a mixed one. Garden of Terror is our map, and we have Tiger JK on the left side for Celeb Gaming on Jaina, Mokka on Hanzo, Vespertine on Chen, Hebi on Ana, and Leon Black on Jojo. And on the right side of the map, Farts on Greymane, Destructible on Lucio, Nintori on Tyrael, we have Flyest Raven on Illidan, and Carbon on Li Ming. So after his Kerrigan game, he just said like, okay, what's more aggressive than Kerrigan? Let's go for Illidan. I've seen a lot of Illidans actually on this map. It's kind of interesting to see how NA seems to focus very heavily on Illidan here. 2 of them with a golden snowflake. We call that also a piss flake because, again, when have you seen yellow snow? It's not really the best hint for that mount, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, after you ride that thing, you want to wash your feet a little bit. Especially these days. So, I don't know what exactly makes you choose that mount. The money pig is available, ladies. You can take the money pig. It is an option, so I'm not sure what they want to do with that. Anyways, now that we're heading in, Stormstout's secret recipe for level 1 Chen. We have Ana with a grenade build. Also Illidan with the unending hatred. I mean, again, he played a little bit too much Storm League. Feel the hatred of 10,000 Storm League games. So, yeah, he must be pretty mad. It honestly explains everything, if you think about it. Li Ming with Aetherwalk on level 1. That kind of makes me happy, because that reduces the chance of her going into any other talent than Calamity on level 7. Yeah, CPX, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Okay, so... there's a lock-in. This is honestly a map where you just see camps taken all over the place. Like, we've seen quite a few games now, not only on the European side, but also for North America on Tomb of the Spider Garden. And the big thing they had in common is that it's camps. If you take all of the camps, you take a leading experience, you get pressure onto the lanes. Yeah, there's one stolen away, so that's already a big deal. And if you have any point of a camp and you can push with either Illidan or Greymane on it, then of course it's easy to take these structures. So both heroes excel really at taking structures down when they get access to it and don't get slowed down by the fort itself. And top lane, you can already see that a little bit. Flyest Raven, very fly over here. First tower is dead, and at the bottom of the map they're getting a bit of damage in as well, thanks to the camp that they stole previously. Delay that, allow the Siege Giant camp to push a little bit more. So there's definitely a lot of things that they're currently doing with this, as the fight topside on the other hand is starting to spike a little bit. Both of the melee assassins are in trouble, and one of them falls, and it's Illidan again. Of course he's first blood. Who else would be first blood but Illidan? YOLO! I can kill them all! I can kill them all! I need healing! I'm dead. Why did you heal me? There's a typical Storm League experience. Okay, cooldown reduction for Johanna. Eternal Retaliation on level 4. The first seed has now spawned, so let's go. Let's see if they can take it. I mean, this should be an easy lock-in for the blue team in the do. Tiger JK with the channel. Farts at the top against Vespertine. So 2 kills against 0, so far so good. The team is doing pretty well with this. Guess we're gonna have this wild build, by the way, again on Jaina. Ice Fury Wand on the level 7, and then a couple of Blizzard talents on 13, I would assume. I've seen this a few times now. It's still wild for me to see that. In Europe, you would never see a build like this. But still, it has to be in the common build for them. So, yeah, that camp, they're gonna get it, aren't they? Of course. Yeah, just stealing it away. These dirty thieves over here. All the work done by Celeb Gaming, and that last minute sweep comes in and it's like, oh, by the way, this is the last second camp steal. Let's go. Seed is spawning in 30 seconds, and even the Siege Giants are getting protected here. This is a big push topside. This is 3 heroes in the Siege Giant camps, and well, scratch that, a 4th one is moving in now too. Fountain is going to be at least lost. If they want that Fountain is gone. Destructible though, gotta be a little bit careful. Oh, yes. Yeah, and is able to move away. Shield of Tyrael held out with it too, but that got nasty for just a moment. Okay, they want the fort, and they might not be able to take it down completely, but oh boy did that thing take damage now. Illidan uses the wall to jump away. Yeah, level 7 talent. No Ice Fury Wand, by the way. Instead, it becomes even wilder. The ice flows in. Illidan! And the Panda goes for the kill. Hashtag worth it. Right there. He's not even dying to it. The rest of the team is helping out as we speak. They obviously want also the second seed here. Calamity is now in for Li Ming. And yeah, 5 versus 4 for a little bit longer. Illidan down for the 3rd time. 3 kills against 0. And the action is still ongoing. Can they gather this one? I mean, it's still dead even in experience. Red team is now starting to go in for it. They still have the fountain top side. That fort is gonna fall sooner rather than later, I'd say. Yeah, but Illidan is now taken down to the bottom of the map. Likely gonna jump into Hunt again and try to give them a pseudo global and also some extra pressure against heroes like Anna, for example, or Hanzo, depending on the situation. But yep, here we go. Illidan now sitting at the bottom of the map. Chen at the front, still doing his thing. Okay, Destructible has to move out too. It's gonna be interesting to see what Chen actually picks. Are we gonna have, in this case, the top keg play or just triple panda? Jump in already. But they're zoning them out. I mean, they're just pretty much pushing them out, creating space for the channel. Heavy gets it, and that's the 2nd seed now. Now, Illidan, of course, has used all of their time at the bottom of the map to get some damage in, and that's exactly what he's doing now against Fountain and Fort. So they, on the structure level, are definitely starting to take the lead here, but they have lost 3 heroes, and they have not won an objective yet, which could lead to early Garden Terrors. Nintori, careful, Tiger JK, they want to jump in and try and claim him here. Can't set the kill up though. But it could become tricky once the objective is taken. So I don't know, it's a little bit on the fence here still. We have the lead for last minute sweep in the best of 5, which is actually pretty impressive. They came through the lower bracket, they had to play a few more games than Celeb Gaming, and now they carried the momentum at least into this series by taking game number 1. Game number 2, the level 10 abilities for both of them at the same time. Go for the throat, Blessed Shield. Still no choice made by Chen. That's the one we're waiting for. Hunt is in as expected for Illidan though. There's no way he goes Judgment. Seriously? Judgment, Hunt on the same target? With that comp? That has to be Sanctification. There's no way. There is no fucking way this is Judgment. Don't tease me. That would be wild. You want to have Sanctification with this setup. I mean, it's literally you jumping in, dropping that, and just dominating the team fight. Unless they're trying to go for some weird insta-kill setup. But yeah, there's actually 3 heroes that haven't taken a level 10 yet. And oh boy, everybody's still waiting. Okay, triple panda it is. Triple panda over top keg. Quest completed for Jaina. Another camp taken, and the next seed is spawning. Okay, this is seed number 4. 1 at least was claimed by the red team. But here we go. This is gonna become spicy. Oh, arrow! Yes, we're still North America, in case you were wondering. Okay, so Farts, there's the Sanctification, and Greymane. Yeah, he's dead. Greymane is dead, and guess what? It seems like Lucio's also gonna fall. Sound barrier, and he's dead. Yeah, 2 kills. Can't really get more, I would assume. Actually, they're trying. They might get more. Carbon is low and barely makes it out, so that could have been a kill against Li Ming. But that's 5 kills against 0 now. And obviously Jaina can take this easily, even dropping the water elemental over here. But that's going to be a channel. Hello, channel? He's AFK. Okay. And there we have it. It's time for the seeds, baby. Also at the same time now. Siege Giants. That's going to be a nasty push topside. That fort should actually be annihilated. So right now, the last minute sweep is still ahead on structures. After this objective, it should be a little bit different here. Yeah, the panda in the middle, as you can tell, is already dealing with Illidan as much as he can. But the first 2 towers are down. Top fort is going to fall 100%. That's not even in question. Bottom of the map, Li Ming is trying to defend and does a decent job here. Still a bit of damage done, but by definitely not enough. And they're trying to go for keep. Or at least open it up. I mean, what was possible. They have a level 13 talent advantage too, just saying. So it's not only the push with Siege Giants and the objective, but they, in addition to that, have by now also access to level 13 talents, which gives them a bigger lead. And they go for Fly Stray, Blessed Shield, and the kill! Illidan and Tyrael are both down. That's a quick keep. That is a 9-minute keep that we're looking at here. You can't save that anymore with only 3 heroes. Okay, they're starting to jump in against Greymane. Won't get anything there. I guess the push stops here, but that is a heavily successful push with the first objective. And they could theoretically also try to get the fort in the middle now, I suppose. Maybe push this out with Johanna coming in, dropping the wave clear, which is exactly what we're seeing. A few shots are fired. They won't be able to take it down completely, but again, still dropping some damage is worth it. Okay. Off we go. Illidan with the hunt! And yeah, that doesn't do a lot. Sanctification saves them as the blue team tries to turn it, but now they still have a chance to fight it here. 13 versus 13, and we're still waiting for the first kill for last minute sweep in the second game. They have the lead in the series, but they are still behind in kills on the second map, in experience, and they have taken a bad hit on structures. Really bad hit. So yeah, it's a huge problem right now. Dealing with all of this is not going to be easy. Camps are taken again. Everybody is currently just jumping around in the attempt to see if they can maybe get a few hits in. Top lane is also getting attacked right now. So yeah, they're trying to go for that. That's an easy one. Arrow! Oh, it connected! European arrow timings. Nice! Yeah, Water Elemental is in too, and that's the end of Teriel. Even with the holy ground that he has, he's not going to be able to zone them away from that. That's a lead right there. Alright, so nearly level 60, 9 kills against 0. They're doing great here. It's actually impressive. Illidan completes his quest. It's pretty late for him, 11 minutes in. He didn't get a lot of brawls here, so couldn't really do a whole lot about this. But now that 2 heroes are still dead, it seems that the blue team is very eager to drop keep number 2, and the situation on the map is just getting absolutely dire. Granted, bot lane fort is gonna fall to those siege giants. Illidan is also pushing out the top lane, but it's the keeps that matter at the end of the day, and this is really where Celeb Gaming is currently absolutely dominating them. They're easily moving away from this. Illidan is still pushing out the top, and this has to be dealt with. And they need to deal with it right now, which they obviously will do, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, Chen is making his way over. We have another seed also taken in the meantime. At the bottom of the map, there's another camp that they have to deal with, which they do right now. So yeah, there's a lot of lane pushing right now, thanks to Illidan in particular. Of course, with the hunt, he has a bit of global value here for them too, and they're trying to steal the camp away now as well. But despite all of that, it's still a bit tricky because, yeah, they have those keeps lost, and that means that those lanes are going to push aggressively, especially the mid lane, since the fort hasn't been eliminated yet. So there's not even a sporadic... Oh! Tiger JK! Beasting it here! Showing Lucio how it's done. Lucio comes in. I'm a real boy! I'm useful! And then immediately Janas is like, nope, screw you. Dead immediately. And Greymane is nearly suffering the same fate. Everybody is on the run here. But that was a pretty impressive one right there. Locked down and annihilated. Alright. Very well done. Okay. Here's our setup again as they're starting to make that happen. Second seed is in. Then you still need to move down to the bottom of the map to do the same thing again over here. Let's see if they can actually do that. Should be able to, honestly. Alright. Yeah, push that out. Maybe get the fort. Fort alone would already help them. Triple catapult topside. Honestly, if you just imagine that ending up at the core. I mean, it's 13 minutes in, so we're not really all that late in the game, but whoo, that would be quite something if they could. Then again, Illidan at the bottom of the map. Tiger JK apparently didn't get the memo of what happened to Lucio. So he's still thinking, I got this. But, well, I got news for you, bro. You don't. There's the kill against Illidan. There's the kill against Lucio. At least Hanzo falls to get some counter value. Oh, nice. Good setup from Li Ming here. Triple kill. Nice. Carbon. Look at him. Yeah, monster. Absolute monster. Triple kill thanks to the reset value. And they're still being chased. That's the problem. And the top lane? Yeah, the top lane is still pushing. So I don't think they can go... I think they kind of have to go for the seed, right? Next wave of terrors is gonna be problematic. But the top lane, I mean, just look at it. This thing is just crushing. Guys, that is 4 catapults. They can't let this get on the core. If this is being fought over, that's problematic. But 3 heroes are still dead. Okay, Illidan is back in time. And he deals with it. Yeah, 4 catapults even this early. That would hurt. A lot, I might add. So, yeah. But, again, starting to move back in. And let's see what they can do with this here. Alright, there's the setup already. As they're starting to make their plays. Trying to push this out, get the damage in. Illidan top side. Johanna has dealt with the bot lane. Gets the wave clear through. So they're starting to move up towards the mid lane and now the top. Next seed is going to spawn there as well. So you already can set yourself up a little bit. Level 20 talents, of course. The huge advantage that the blue team will hold if they just wait for the fight and don't let themselves be forced into one. They should have a little bit of patience here, especially with now more catapults moving through the middle of the map. The next seed is going to give the Garden Terrors to one team. One way or another, that's going to be the case. So, for now, the attack's already happening. Push through the middle, as you can tell. Alright, that one needs to be dealt with eventually too. Jojo is already taking her position topside. Talking topside, this is another set with catapults. So at least they get the camp here and can take the catapults down now. But in the middle of the map, the situation hasn't really changed. Another one is already moving in. And he has level 20 talent. So the Radiating Faith is in. Elemental Conduit for Chen. And, well, this is the problem. It's a fight you have to fight. If you're last minute sweep, you need to go for it. This would be another last minute sweep if they can make it happen. But being a Storm talent down? Yeah, good luck with that. They need a quick kill. And they can get it with this composition. They definitely can. We need to find the target. They're already looking for Mokka. Here's the hunt. Ana is the target. They're going straight for her. Sanctification is in. Arrow misses. Oh, of course it does. Hibby is on the run and still alive, but will die eventually. Greyman has fallen too, though. And the Panda takes down Tyrael and Lucio. Oh, boy. They're in trouble. Yep, Jaina is now dead, so at least Li Ming gets some counter value. Illidan is on the run now too. Li Ming trying to escape. Panda not making it happen. But the seed is still up. 2 versus 3 on the map now. 2 versus 3 setup here. Oh, and Illidan gets caught. Yeah, Illidan gets caught, and in comes Hanzo from the side with a quick arrow and takes him down. Nice. Okay. Over here, Li Ming might not be out of it just yet. Using the Wave of Force to push him out. And they're gonna go for core here. 4 heroes are dead already. Granted, I mean, Greyman is back in 6 seconds, but what can Greyman on his own do? Very little. And they have a catapult pushing in with this as well, so that's gonna add a bit more damage to the entire setup here. It's a great setup, and they should be able to finish this. No problem. Catapult is firing, there's already the turret on it, and they're actually moving back, they're deciding against it. Yeah, they don't have enough heroes here. They're only 3. Anna's back. Jada is now in 2. Not even a little bit of damage on this. So instead, I guess the bot lane is going to be attacked, which yields a fort, and they can go for keep. But I'm a bit surprised that they were actually chasing the hero instead of just trying to go for the core. They might not have been able to take it, but it would have left them in a spot where they would have done damage to the core, could have moved back, and that would have opened up another backdoor opportunity now too. So an easy one. Well, over here, there's the kill against the fort. That one was a given. Top lane still pushing, mid lane pushing. They, of course, want a bit more at the bottom of the map, and they really need to get more. You want to get a lot more out of this objective. Yeah, definitely true. So, attack is in. Here we go. And they're trying to set it up. How much can they get? Can they get the entire keep? Keep would be great for them right now, but we're not quite there yet. So, yep. Arrow. How? How, North America? How? I mean, seriously. Are they even trying to hit these things? I don't understand. Sometimes it really looks like there is just no gap and the arrow somehow makes it through. It is amazing. So, yeah. Off we go. There's the hits. Keep is not down yet, but it's so low that they should get it in a second. Illidan is still at the top, by the way. And they're not making the play for the keep. They still let it sit. Still let it sit there. Illidan comes in. Sanctification. The kill attempt. This is it, boys. This is the fight. This is the one. They're going for Nintori. Tyrael is low, locked down, and dead. He's dead, and so is Lucio. Lucio's down. Tiger JK saves himself with the ice block. Illidan is about to get destroyed. Actually, he gets a kill. Goes for number 2, but doesn't get it. Greyman is down. And, well, Carbon is the only survivor. And he made some really nice moves earlier. But in this case, he won't be able to turn it around anymore. No. Doing what he can here with the repulsion, but that's the end of Li Ming. 5-man team wipe. And the core already attacked by the catapult. Nice game, really well played as Celeb Gaming comes back into the series, taking the victory on Tomb of the Spider Garden. We have last minute sweep, losing the second map as we are heading into game 3. I appreciate the arrow meme. Into game 3 of the best of 5 series here at the grand final. Game on, everybody! Whoop whoop! Game number 3. Scores 1-1. We're in the best of 5 and we are on Towers of Boom. Celeb Gaming on the left side with Mokka on Greymane, Vespertine on Chen, Hebi on Anduin, we have Leon Black on Johanna, and Tiger JK on Jaina. At least part of this draft looks oddly familiar to me. On the right side, though, last minute sweep now coming in with Farts on Reyna, Destructible on Whitemane, Nintori on main tank Uther. Yeah, they went full NA in this one. The Flyest Raven on Zeratul and Carbon on Sylvanas. And this time a different Zeratul build, as you could already tell. We have on level 1 Cleave build started. Don't know if he goes full through with it, with level 4 talents as well, or if he just relies on the level 16 as the European players do when they go into a Cleave setup. But we have Ace in the Hole on level 1 for Jimmy. That doesn't come as a surprise. There's no big... Well, there's one boss over here, but it's still not something that is valued enough for you to take that. Yeah, but the Uther main tank is in again, so... Let's check this out. Oh, stun! Yeah, that's of course one of the things that he provides. Getting that stun through. That's a nice grand final so far. Last map was a little bit too aggressive, but game number 1, I mean, we had pretty much the first game without a main tank. It was all about that Sonya setup here and Carrigan. But now that we're in game number 3, this is where shit is gonna get real. One of the teams will take a significant lead here, and this is the last series. Which team is gonna crown themselves the champion? Which team is gonna come in second place, aka first loser? Vespertine against Flyers Raven, already pushing him back. And at the bottom, now that the camps have spawned, both of the teams are going straight up for the pumpkins. Alrighty. So, Leon Black, Hebi, all sitting tight here. Sylvanas can actually be a huge factor in this as well. One said, oh, not in this one. Yeah, cast a curse. Sylvanas can be a huge factor here. Dies. Yeah, no, but seriously, in the game she can play a huge role, of course. Has a decent chance of taking some of those bell towers down. But then again, she played a huge factor here. She was bait. She was bait. I just should have needed to wait a little bit longer. So yeah, she baited the rest of the team into a false sense of security, and then they lost Jaina and Greymane. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. The good old bait and switch right there. Look at this. You can win this fight. Ha ha, you can't. Okay, so level 4, a little bit quicker for the red team. They escort the pumpkins through, so they will get damage against the wall. So far, so good. And there's Sylvanas, and that's the value right there. They get the entire wall already destroyed. That's a pretty decent start for last minute sweep. Okay, so top side, Vespertine still slowing the lane down a little bit, and yeah, playing this easy peasy. Make sure that he's not going to be attacked by any kind of Zeratul setup, but they already have their eyes set on a different target, and that is Johanna, but Leon can easily move away from it for now. Every single time I see a Leon here, I'm a little bit terrified that he's going to go in one of those Muradin builds where he all of a sudden uses the Playmaker. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see him in this case on Johanna. And Jojo already moving in. Wave clear is again demanded. Oh, look at the level 4 here on Chen, apparently eager to shut down some of the ability damage on the other side. Have you seen this a couple of times? Still not really know if I'm really sold on the talent. Well, to be honest, I'm not really sold on it. But we've seen it a few times. Now top right. Yeah, down at the bottom already channel. Up at the top, there's still a fight between Zeratul and Chen. Down here, Uther has fallen. Now that Zeratul and Jimmy are coming in, Chen is going to have a bit more of a difficult time at the bottom. But 40 against 36, and they're not really making any moves topside. So Chen, is he going to just delay the top, or is he actually allowing the red team to make a move there? That's the second altar now fired, so they're down to 32 points. And there's two heroes fighting for the top now. Chen is jumping in. Johanna is coming in too. Okay, there's the blind. Can they get Zeratul? Does he have the cooldown? Yes, he does. Yeah, Jimmy on the other hand, he does not. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. And he goes down. Killed by the Panda right there. 7 against 2. 7 against 6. The levels. 3 against 2. The kills. Poor Jimmy. Left alone. Zeratul abandoned him. Yeah, that's how the Protoss do, my friend. That's how they always do. If you're a Terran, you need to be careful. Those Protoss, they are sneaky bastards. They have absolutely... Oh. Is there going to be an invade? Indeed there is. Yeah. 5 man going straight up for the invade, trying to steal the camp away here. If they get both, it will actually be great for them. Rayman is already trying to zone out the bot. Oh, Zeratul gets quite beaten up here. But then the stun from Uther was great. The problem is that he moved in a little bit too deep. Nintori about to go down. Another kill for the blue team. 4 kills against 2. And they're not stopping there. They still want it and they get it. The camp is theirs. And they get some damage in on white main now as well. Still in the attempt to see if they can take another target down. Zeratul with the damage. Has, by the way, gone full cleave. So level 4 too. Someone missed the wave here. And Carpet is sitting over there like, team, team, team. I don't want to be here. Team. Well, now he isn't there anymore. Goes down 9 against 8 any moment. So an entire level lead. That's actually looking really good for the blue team now. They lost initially 2 of the altars, but this is pretty weird as well. Pretty good for them as well. Okay, so top side. Double altar is now spawning. Down to the bottom of the map. And a kill. Tiger JK venturing a little bit too deep in the attempt to put some damage on them. And he's down. In a pretty unfortunate moment, but they should be able... It's an even exchange top side. Let's be honest here, it should be an even exchange. Unless the blue team is all of a sudden willing to aggressively posture around the top right altar, it's going to be a 1-1 trade. They don't have level 10 yet, so I don't really think it's happening. There is a chance. Actually, now there's really a chance, because for some reason the red team waited a long time to get in position, and now Jaina is back and level 10 is there. They're likely going to get both now. I expect the last minute sweep to be there a little bit quicker. Still have some options for interrupts. Sylvanas can do that once, but not for long, and that's a kill. Is it? Yes, white main is down. White main down, and Jimmy at the bottom of the map in an attempt to get level 10 for his team. So far that didn't work, so now we have 32 against 28 points. Still no level 10, but nice turnaround by Celeb Gaming. Fucking puppy. The pocket chihuahua over there just yapping around. Again, dogs start at the knee. At knee height. That's when a dog starts. Everything else is just a rat in disguise. Those little yappers. Okay, so... Vespertine. Top side, he's going on the rotation. I mean, he has also the lockdown on Sylvanas to get some damage in there. 4 men at the bottom of the map with an attempt to now put damage onto the fort, or the bell tower. If they can grab that, that would be the dream. Already, Jojo at the side, making sure that nobody's flanking in. They find white main, get some damage in. They shouldn't really be able to get the kill here, though. White main forced into the ult, on the other hand, so that's already a win. By any means. Panda is getting, like, really out there. Vespertine is showing no mercy the entire time. Full on the throat. Okay. 6 kills against 3 now. Another camp about to be taken, but the blue team is just going for it again. Blue team is saying like, yeah, we don't care. There's the Panda. VP, he went for Void Prison again. We actually have a Void Prison set up, okay? Is, on the other hand, no ring. Water Elemental instead. And can they get another kill? Zeratul, yes! Zeratul is down. And white main barely survives. But they might even be able... Nah, I don't think they can lock Carbon down. But you can really tell how aggressive these guys are at this point. 7 kills against 3. They carried the momentum from the last map straight into Towers of Doom. That's definitely true. So at this point, push to the bottom of the map with not only the pumpkins, but also 4 heroes. Likely, they can take that bell tower actually, with a little luck. They don't want to go for it. The altars are there, so you want to channel them first. But they definitely have an easy time grabbing this now if they want to. Okay, one bell tower is already channeled. That's 24 points against 32 now. Panda still in the middle, and they let this one? Nah, they're gonna interrupt this at least once. Panda is channeling this out. Okay, that's gonna cost them a tower in the middle as well. Panda's on the way, but the channel is ready. So 4 shots fired on each side. Even exchange, 24 against 28 now. The rotation straight towards the middle. It's a little bit of an even game still. I mean, there is a level lead right now for the blue team, and they actually are significant ahead in that regard at least. They also have a huge lead in kills. But especially on the objective, it's still fairly even. It's usually just like like a trade for a trade. It's like altar for an altar. It's going to become interesting once that we're having single altars spawn now. Especially now that the bell tower at the bottom of the map is gone. That's huge control advantage for Celeb Gaming. The red team didn't really want to fight this. Last minute sweep going up against the level 13 talent. There's also still Zeratul at the top trying to get some pressure here. So it was a 5 versus 4 on top of it. Can't really battle that without getting punished for it, so yeah. Okay. I know. What else? There's a push bot side. If they can escort a couple of those pumpkins through, that would be great, but you have, of course, Sylvanas to consider. She can shut them down and allow the team to get the damage connected, to take it. Yeah, Uther in a team fight could also really be a deciding factor. His Divine Storm, with a good stun, especially against a hero like Greymane, for example, could turn the tides of the battle very quickly. But they're trying to escort that through. Zeratul is still fighting it out against Chen, by the way. So the two of them are going toe-to-toe in the middle of the map right now. But down here, that's where the pumpkins move in, potentially. Sylvanas already jumping out, but all of the pumpkins are low. All of them. Even Zeratul is moving in. A quick cleave or two, and that's the end of this push. But the altar spawns now, and that's a single altar. A single altar in the middle of the map. 14 against 13 now, which means that both teams have level 13 talents. So it's even talents again. And off we go. Altar spawning in 2. Chen already trying to guard the side. Yeah, they actually give this up. They have no real easy way to access this. They don't want to move to the choke point here either. So that is 5 shots fired now. And all of a sudden they're down to 19 points. And the camp is taken too. Leon Black gets away. But yep, this is starting to become more problematic for them now. Yeah, it could get snowballed. They need to retake that bottom bell tower. They definitely need to. There's a ton of pressure now against them. And eventually that's going to lead to a big problem here. If you lose a little bit more, if you lose a team fight alone, that would be a problem. That's an early Hyperion, by the way. I would rather have seen that Hyperion used against the structure a little bit more later after they depush, because I don't really see the pumpkins moving through here. Anyways, there's obviously still the entombed, the void prisoner can be used. Panda against Sarah. This has been a continuous battle, by the way. Vespertine this time does get out, especially since the singularity spike didn't connect with him. So that was easy for... Vespertine has honestly played a fantastic tournament. I mean, he did so well, especially his Urel plays in particular. There's a ton of stuff that we did with that. But either way, 16 talents are now next in line. Way ahead. There's the stun, and Anduin denies. Oh my god! Anduin denies the kill. Whitemane is trying to save them with the ult, but that's one hero down. They can't get Uther. Whitemane honestly saving their ass here. That setup was nasty. First, it looks like they have a guaranteed kill against Greymane. Then Anduin and Johanna quickly turn it around. Yeah, the Blondie's in the game. Look at that. It's Team Blondie. Jaina, Johanna, and Anduin. And that was a nasty one. Oh, if not for Whitemane, they would have lost at least one more hero. Potentially 2. Now we have a double channel on the altar. And I guess this is going to be a quick 10 points off the red team's core. Which puts them down into the single digits, of course. Yep. Massive barrage right now. Big one. So, yep, there we go. And at the bottom of the map, they can even push a little bit further, which is exactly what they're currently trying to do right now. So, off we go. Push at the bottom, try and reclaim that. Ah, we are about to get there. And there we have it. Boom. I mean, that's it. Come on, yeah. Lock it in, lock it in. 4 versus 4. But still, 9 points against 25 gave, of course, a pretty significant lead over to the team in blue. Okay, 16 talents are there. Push at the bottom of the map. That's where we are right now. Everybody else is starting to now jump in onto the pumpkin camp. I'm not quite sure if they can get this. But yeah, Zeratul wasn't there. He just came a second too late. They can of course defend it easily, but if Zeratul would have been able to arrive here maybe like 2-3 seconds earlier, they would have probably taken the fight. 8 against 3 kills. It's a bit weird now, because we could actually end up in a game that is decided before level 20, given the pace at which this one goes. You win another team fight, you know, it's just like take, I don't know, you take the boss, you take 1 or 2 altars, and then you take the game right there. So, depending on the performance of the blue team in the next few fights, this game could end pretty early for Towers of Doom. There's a single altar now spawning. Okay. Kinda gotta fight for this one. They're not really in danger of losing an altar and then losing boss and ending the game there. It's just 1 too many points on the core for the red team. But of course, them falling farther and farther behind here is not doing them any favors. If they were ahead in experience a little bit and just behind on the objective, that would be a different story. But now they really need a team fight win, or they're going to get demolished there. They need momentum. They just need control of the map, and they don't have that. And a team fight victory would give them theoretically exactly that. Take 2-3 heroes down, take the bell tower at the bottom of the map, and play it from there. Over here, Zeratul is dead. No Void Prison, no nothing. Zeratul is instantly dead, and now they are getting chased. Divine Storm, as Uther is trying to slow them down a little bit. There's already a channel from Tiger JK for just a moment. They abandon it for now, but this is a 5 versus 4, and this is going to be nasty. The ults are out, Sylvanas is low, and Reyna falls first. That's the end of Sylvanas, is it? No, she actually survives. Carbon, nicely done. Balls to the wall here, by the way, baby. Immediately going in and also mounting in front of the opponent. That was not what I expected. Good saves, the double support definitely working it. But this is now getting all of a sudden a lot more trickier for the red team than I thought it would. Because this is 5 points off the core. They're channeling now. That's 5 points off the core, which means 1 additional altar at any point while you still hold at least 4 bell towers are ending the game, or the boss at the top. So, oh god, if Uther dies, it's over. No fucking way. Nintori, no! Now they can go for boss for sure if they want to. 5 versus 4. Yeah, or do they go for bell towers? No, they're trying to end it, aren't they? They're trying to end it. They got a few of the ults already. And now here we are. Yeah, Zeratul. Uh-oh. Zeratul, the root, and the VP prevents the kill against him, or does it? Whiteman is already dead. They're taking kill after kill after kill. Look at Sylvanas here. She's in trouble too. Sylvanas is moving away. The water elemental tries to close in. Can't quite. But now they have their ults back, and they can go straight in for the boss. There's 2 heroes eliminated. It's a 5 versus 3. 5 versus 2. Jimmy is dead. Flyest Raven is not flying anymore. Nope, he's pretty limp. Someone clipped his wings, and that's a 5-man wipe and the end of Game 3 as the team in blue, Celeb Gaming, takes the lead with a 2-1 in the best of 5 series in the grand final of the Division S Playoffs Season 2 in North America. Game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading into Alderac Pass, and last minute sweep decided to go full NA. And well, my usual advice is never go full NA, baby, but let's see if they can actually make this work. First of all, let's introduce the blue team, though. Celeb Gaming has taken the lead now with 2 wins in a row. We have Mocha on Reyna, Tiger JK on Jaina, Leon Black on Garrosh, Hebi on Ana, and Vespertine on Urel. And on the right side of the map, last minute sweep with Farts on Cho and Nintori on Gal. Yeah, Destructible is playing Rhaegar, Flyest Raven plays Medivh, and we have Carbon on Falstad. Alright, yeah, Cho'Gall is in again. Yeah, we have, what's he called? Faori, okay, fair enough. But yeah, so an interesting setup, especially with Medivh. There's of course a lot of save opportunities that they have now. But I got... He's dancing already. Nice. Look at him. Beast stepping and dancing. Boss mode confirmed. Oh, fucking fantastic. I like the skin. I like the spirit. This is great. Yeah, game number 4. They know that everything's on the line now. Second or first place, that's the question. and they are just going all in on it. In it to win it, baby. Yeah, Celeb Gaming, if they win this game, that would of course mean they are the champion of Season 2. But can Cho'Gall once again be the savior? And if you're tuning in a little bit late and you haven't really followed a lot of Heroes of the Storm over the recent weeks, then I still have to point out here real quickly that North America has actually homed in on Cho'Gall to an insane degree. It was honestly a little bit bonkers how much they played Cho'Gall. He was first pick, first ban in every single draft. Has fallen off since then a little bit, but after especially Oriel was changed and had a couple of adjustments to her Resurrect, he was incredibly popular and stayed popular even after Resurrect was then nerfed again. So super interesting to see him come back in this series now. We're not really in first, like he's not even played anymore all that much in North America either, and not exclusively banned or anything, which he was previously. But yeah, so Cho'Gall is actually a little bit of a part of the European, of the North American meta, I want to say. I still didn't expect it in the grand final, but that's a kill. Yeah, the Eye of Khaldor granting the vision, and that's the first blood. Cho'Gall OP right here. Okay, so let's go for it. Yeah, Cho'Gall is already sitting tight. Bottom of the map, up to the top. Let's see what they can actually pull off with this. Vespertine is in here. Carbon is there. And let's see how this goes. It would be kind of amazing if Cho'Gall is the one that helps them to get to game number 5. That would be pretty incredible. And the team seems to be in high spirit. I mean, the entire Cho'Gall dance they earlier on already shows that. But yeah, the big question now. Game 5, or will it all end here? Is this the end of the road for last minute sweep, or can they pull through? Carbon up at the top. They have a bit of global value, of course, now as well, so that needs to be highlighted, since on the other hand, on the other team, we don't have any globals. Prisoner cams are coming up, but normally we look at level 7 talents before we go for any attacks here. The doggy! The doggy! Ah, the puppy is dead. By the way, the seared flesh on the side of Cho'Gall right now has been taken on level 4 for Gall. For Joe. Top side, Falstad still playing it out. Falstad, by the way, with a bit of the auto attack mix. Very likely going to see Boomerang here for him to get more side lane value, but also simply because Hammer gains, obviously trying to have more lane sustain on the side lane, and then going into Wingman to steal the camp. Wingman on this map, I personally find it a little bit weird. I mean, again, if you can steal the opponent's camp away, that would be great. This camp has a huge priority on Alterac Pass, but not really the biggest fan of a Wingman build on this map, I have to admit. As it stands though, level 7 comes in. That would give us an opportunity for the two teams to move to the prisoner camp and try to take the win here. So let's have a little bit of a look. Okay. Yeah, well, they're already starting to jump in again in the middle of the map as they're trying to take those camps down. I mean, both teams do. As I said, it is a big priority. Higher priority for now than the prisoner camp, I might add. Cho'Gall, careful, buddy. Yeah. Garrosh, by the way, when he was drafted, he was like, shit, why me? Why? I already have enough trouble to throw some of those other fatties around like Stitches, but Cho'Gall, do you know what I have to do the entire time to make that happen? He did a couple of warm-up squats and everything and just made sure that he's in a position where he then can go for the big lift during these games. I mean, guys always go for the warm-up, never skip it. But yeah, Garrosh is hating this game, absolutely hating it. There's the flip though, and that was a good one. Yeah, throw forward. Damn, Jimmy with some extra auto attacks. But Cho'Gall gets away. Well, gets a portal, eats the stun, but is able to save himself. So, off we go. Down to the bottom of the map, the Space Goat jumping around. Yeah, she's gonna jump around until she's blue in the face. I'll tell you. The barrel roll. The barrel roll and then the oh shit move. I like it. It's like when you have one of these chihuahuas just like yapping against the real dog, always assuming that the dog is not gonna bark back, and then the dog actually turns back and just starts snarling. That's exactly what we saw there. Falstad starting to follow Urel and it's just like na 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 na. And then Urel actually saying, hey, if you want to fight, you can get the fight. And immediately moving back. I'm probably the only one who thinks this is funny, but again, weird sense of humor. Either way, slight lead on the objective. And now that the camps are up, as I said, highly important, high priority. Teams are both going for it immediately. But yeah, 1 kill against the kill. Level 10 coming up soon. TM. Boomerang indeed has been picked for False Dead. He's pushing out the lanes as quickly as he can. And what are we going to get actually? I don't think we're going to see too many surprises when it comes to level 10 abilities here. Okay. Hammer of Twilight as usual. Twisting. Gal. Yeah, the only question is Medivh right now. Leyline or Polybomb. Both of them possible. Jimmy hasn't taken his ult yet either. He's also in a position where he could easily take both talents. Totally viable for him. Nano boost for Jaina, who went straight into the water elemental again. And with level 10 abilities, we should eventually see that fight over the prisoner camp. Okay. Yeah, the leyline is in. It is leyline time, baby. Flyest Raven still stacking, of course. Hasn't completed the quest yet. The blue team is getting a bit more aggressive. Now, the advantage, of course, for the red team is that they can fly False Dead to the prisoner camp if the fight at any point spirals out of control. They have still the remain of the camp here, so that did some damage in the middle. Not enough to be a big threat to the fort, but something that has to be considered for later on. Bosses are up now as well. Have spawned 2 minutes ago. They spawned at the 5-minute mark, of course. And since Jimmy didn't go into Exterminator, which is definitely a possible talent choice on this map, because of the bosses, won't be able to sneak it in that quickly. Good damage against Cho'Gall, but nothing threatening. Nothing really that forces them back too much. And Cho'Gall, he needs to be careful. The heals need to be coming quickly. But Ancestral is also still up. The doggy needs to come in though. And, well, no doggy, no save. Over here, the kill. The leyline did not hit a lot. Only connected with one. Cho and Gal are dead. And the doggy with a self-Ancestral as Rega tries to pull back. This is going to be the first objective in the hands of Celeb Gaming. Yeah, can't take that back. Mid lane is already getting pressured. We're going to see the cavalry coming in. The cavalry is here, ladies. And for a change, we're not talking Tracer. So, with that kill, we have 3 kills against 1 now, of course. The double kill still counted. They are pushing on every single lane, trying to get the experience and do as much damage to all of this as they can. And in we go. Cavalry time. Let's see how much they can actually do with this now. Over here in the middle. Can they get a counter kill? Can they maybe even go for someone in the back? Not so far. Alright. Cho'Gall on the move back too. Yeah, they're already taking a little bit of a beating before the objective even arrives. And that is especially bad news for the top lane because there's no defender at the top side. Down here, still the one-on-one. Durell taking a lot of damage. I mean, the boomerang hits hard there. But still, False needs to be careful too. Rega is even coming down to help out. But the Fountain over here is eliminated. There's also the Hyperion. That's going to be fort. The fort falls 100%. Cho'Gall diving in hard. Yeah, there's the sleep. There's the body block. And that's a kill. Cho'Gall is dead. Medivh is dead and lost his stacks. This is the worst case scenario right now. The worst case scenario as we have Medivh down, Cho down and Gal down. 3 more kills and the quest also eliminated. Oh boy. That's a problem. So with this, 6 kills against 1 and they go for the boss. Are they? Yeah, it looks like they are. No, they get... Yeah, well, they still think about it, and it seems like Urel is the only one to move down. But yep, here it is, eliminated, and now it's boss time. Yeah, they are not stopping. Full on Lucio plays. Can't stop, won't stop. But Medivh is there, and he does what he usually does. It's called cheating. Yeah, here's the map hack, the legal map hack right there is flying up, and they're like, maybe you should let this one slide. Okay. Still a level lead, 6 kills against 1. And again, keep in mind, this is important. If the blue team wins, it's over. If the blue teams take this, it is lights out. Okay, they go for Medivh again. Indomitable, but no taunt being used. They're trying to go for Cho'Gall here. There's the taunt, and the portal is up and gone. That's a bit more damage over here. I'm actually surprised that he went in again. Especially since Jimmy is just like murdering right now. But okay. In the middle of the map, there's still another wave pushed in. Tiger JK taking it down quickly. And top side is still getting fought over. I'm not so sure about these attacks sometimes here. There's the portal, so that's nice. But Garrosh is doing really well. Leon Black with his Garrosh making some decent plays here. That could be a kill though. Ancestral healing on Cho'Gall. Mokka! And he's dead. Yep, Mokka is down. Bottom of the map. Urel. That's fort. That's a fort. Falstad jumping away, but with the minion wave, there is just no way of saving this any longer. This fort is toast. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Urel. Yeah, has to ult it up. Nicely done. Good job by Carbon. Okay, so the ult is out, but they are looking at the boss again at the top, or do they just trap? 16 is now ready for them, so that's a talent advantage. And yes, they go for the boss. Question is, does the red team just simply trade and go for the bottom of the map? The big difference here being is, of course, that there's 3 forts lost already for last-minute sweep, whereas Celeb Gaming haven't sacrificed a single fort yet. So the boss down here is taken. Jimmy is already underway, but this boss is taking not well, pretty early. So now they can even prep the lane if they push this out. And this is gonna take some time. Yeah, they are taking their sweet time here. Vespertine is there and says like, hello boys. And he can at least piss them off a little bit and stop town portals. Jumps in, gets immediately pushed out, okay. Yeah, and he can just stop them from TPing back. Even if he dies, that's gonna be great. That's 3 heroes that he occupies. If he dies, that doesn't matter. They're gonna get the keep because of that. They're gonna take the first armor shield off the boss because of it. Yeah, Urel dies, but I call worth. I call worth. Preventing them from Hearthstoning back and retreating, that's totally worth it. I mean, look at Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall doesn't even care anymore because it's like, yeah, that's pointless. This thing is down anyways. So, yeah, keep is down. And that means first armor shield is off from the boss. So easier to take it now. That's ambitious. But okay. Boss at the bottom of the map, by the way, took down the fort, so that's the first one to fall. Cho'Gall gets attacked, gets flipped. They're trying to buy time for Urel. I actually think they might be able to get this. Falstad is now there too, 5 versus 4. Core, of course, gets attacked on the red team side, but it doesn't matter since it will self-regenerate. Ooh, Leon! Yeah, that should be a kill. Leon is down. That's a staggered death, and that's exactly the kind that you want to avoid. But they get Falstad with it. And Jimmy got Falstad. Alright, 4 versus 4 after all. And they also reclaim the prisoner cam. Can't be channeled right now. Okay, nice, well done, well played. But can they save the back line? Heavy in trouble. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Rega is down instead. Anna still dies to Cho'Gall, but it seems like Cho'Gall is also dead. Cho'Gall, oh, run, baby, run. Oh, the water elemental. Yeah, he's safe. He's safe. He's alive. 8 kills against 5. And here we go. Quick damage setup. 36,000 by Gal, as usual, one of the top damage dealers in the game, together with Jimmy. Both of them looking at very similar damage here. Blue team is trying to go for it again. Top lane is pushing, but as long as there's still 2 armor shields, the core is not really under threat. If you take another one of those keeps down, that's a different question, though. Also, here a little bit of an idea. All the quest talents have been completed, as you can see. With the exception of Medivh, I want to say. We're gonna... sorry, I got to double check on the tab. Yeah, he's sitting at 13 stacks. Again, apologies for the UI. Blizzard did a couple of bug fixes a day after this tournament happened, so the replays I'm currently commentating here are unfortunately not able to use the new overlay, which is just way better to track all of this stuff. But off we go. 19 versus 18. Top side. There we have it. The push coming in. Let's see how much they can actually get with prisoner camps now. This is 5 versus 5, but look at the experience. It's again level 20 as an earlier thing for them. But the red team has a composition that can definitely get a couple of kills here. You have a good isolation tool with Leyline. You have the Mighty Gust on top of that. You can maybe play around the boss a little bit later on. He can't die. If he dies again, Ancestral... Oh, denied there. But damn, yeah, that didn't really hit the target, but it doesn't matter. Medivh survives. Medivh survives, and that means that he still holds on to his stacks. But they also try to hold on to the prisoner camp, and that's something that they might not be able to do here. Mid lane is pushing, so the camp is still doing some work here. And again, this thing is powerful. It's really powerful. That could cost them the fort if it continues, but if they trade it for the cavalry, that might just be worth it. So now we are seeing the fight again. Oh, the doggy in trouble, and the ley line only hitting a few targets here. Yeah, Rega making it out thanks to the portal. Ooh, throwing him away from the portal. Medivh dead. No way. Medivh is dead again, losing his stacks once more. And Cho'Gall is dead too. Big push top lane, but again, should be able to hold true to that. Now the cavalry is coming and they are already moving through. They have level 20 now. They have level 20. There is no way they hold the bot lane. No. Celeb Gaming is gonna go through the bot lane like hot butter through cheese. They're not gonna stop here for just a second. They're not even stopping for the fucking cavalry. They don't need the cavalry. They're just taking this down single-handedly, and then they can focus on the middle. One way or another, they're gonna drop at least one more armor shield off the opponent's core, and they are in full control of this game right now. Easily able to crown themselves the champion here, at the least they should be. Cho'Gall down, Medivh still dead, they move in, one single armor shield is remaining, and that is likely gonna be game. Celeb Gaming, after a fantastic tournament, they made it into the grand final by winning the winner bracket final. Now they are here, and they're sealing their deal. Celeb Gaming, the champion of Season 2 of Division S North America. GG, and well played, a 3-1 victory over last-minute sweep on Alterac Pass. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.